Remember, we want you to be an activist. And don't take our word for it. Look that shit up. Pulley. Something, just to be honest, that you genuinely, truthfully hate.
News people. I hate the fake fucking news people, bro. I hate the fucking main networks that are just so fake. Literally, they're all up on there with their sex appeal. They're only thinking about sex, I swear to God. And they're fed what the, scripts to say, and they're feeding us full of bullshit. I really do hate the fucking main media, bro. It's evil.
Yeah. Man, that's a good question, bro. I never really thought about what I absolutely
You
hate.
know, it has to be something that you like. Maybe you don't want to use the word hate because it's such an extreme. It seems
Strongly
sound.
dislike.
Yeah, something that really bothers you, something that you strongly dislike, something that you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I can say I do hate this. The thing that I hate, bro, is just there's no loyalty anymore. You know, even even as it relates to relationships, and your relationship and your marriage, it's like you're constantly you're constantly having to watch out, because motherfuckers are so fake,
I feel that.
motherfuckers are so willing, like they see you and your wife all happy, and y'all got a happy little thing going, you know, and they, next thing you know, motherfuckers start trying to hit her up on social media and shit.
Well,
It's just,
that's hate coming from them. So it's like you hate the hate. Go ahead, my bad.
I just hate that that I hate the fact that in this day and time that you sometimes have to question a motherfucker's loyalty. So it requires me, this person that I love, to love people. People, especially people that I care about. But it's like I have to I have to extra interrogate motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta really see what angle you coming from, and are you truly a solid motherfucker, bro? Like I don't, it's so much fake. Fakeism is what I call it. Like these fake motherfuckers, bro. It's like nothing seems authentic anymore, and and it's just I hate having to be like that, bro. Like I found that there was more loyalty and more realness growing up in the ghetto, growing up in the hood where everybody trying to fucking eat. You know what I'm saying? Then this life that we live now. You out here getting it. You doing good. You trying to provide for your family the best way you can. And then you like, all right, my family good. Like, man, damn, have somebody I can chill with, another brother I can chill with, and have a few drinks. We come together, break bread together, and all to find out, like, damn, bro. Then you start seeing little things, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't help it, bro. I just naturally pay attention to shit. I naturally read people, and then to find a motherfucker fake, bro, you just be like, I hate that shit,
It
bro.
hurts your
Where's the
soul.
loyalty?
Bro,
It
it
hurts.
hurts.
It
Yeah.
hurts. It hurts. And I
I hate
that's
what
why I
it
don't.
did to me. I hate what
That's
that did to me. Because my girl cheated on me and I lost my fucking mind. Real talk. I lost my mind and I was always digging too. I was always searching. But she said, damned if I do, damned if I don't. Because I was always accusing.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't
Yeah.
trust her. I can't trust nobody.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say that the corporate world is like it's like that, and that's why I didn't want to. That's why I stopped going in that direction. I was going that direction in the corporate world, and then I just saw how doggy dog it was. How shitty everything was, and how shitty everybody was to each other, and how people would stab each other in the back to get ahead, type shit, and lie about shit, and try to make other people look bad and shit. Working in the office or different scenarios, in
Yeah.
situations. And I saw it. Oh, it happened so many times. And I'm like, why are people like this? And it's like that environment causes people to behave that way. And it's kind of
Yeah.
like it's like a little prison. Like I be saying, that's why I don't like zoos. The animals in the zoo act bizarre because they not in their natural habitat, and they're like having to perform like circus animals. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like that in the corporate world. So, but I like that what you said, Brendan, when you said you hate what it did to you. So,
Yeah.
so can y'all, either one of y'all, can y'all think of something else? Another thing. We're making lists of things we hate,
Bro,
or
I want to tell you what I love.
strongly dislike.
I
I
love.
wanted to get to love after we did a few hates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Try-
definitely want to end it that way.
Okay.
But let's stay on the hate right now. Hate. The
Dude,
haters ball.
I hate judgment, to be honest. Like, why are you judging me? Like, why are you judging me? You know? And why do you label me a certain way? You know, like I hate that shit. Oh, he's this, he's that, he's the devil, he's this. You know what I mean? No, I'm not. You know? I'm just like a seeker of knowledge. Like, yeah, just, and I try to help whenever I can, but they, like my raps and shit, people think I'm a devil or some shit. Like, I hate being judged because you didn't know my mind state. I could have been wearing a mask, for a higher purpose.
Yeah. That's crazy, bro. Oh shit. That's crazy.
Man,
Nah, bro. I hate that shit. What you was just saying about like the corporate ladder.
yeah.
Like, um, you find yourself being one of them that go to work and go home. Like you never attend any extracurricular with the office. Like you like this very standoff. Like, yeah,
Bro, I hate
I
work. I really do hate work. Like, why do we have to work? We should be like born and just have digital currency. Everybody would flourish. Have the health pods, everything's free, everything's built for us by machines or some shit.
Yeah, I think I ain't gonna lie, I think that's the way things supposed to be, kind of. Because we like to create is what we should be doing. That's what we like to do. Work takes away our creation. Takes us away from our time to create. Takes away our even, ability or thought or effort or energy to create.
It's
It's
just
draining.
demoralizing.
Yeah.
Straight sucks the
yeah,
energy right out of you.
I hate that there's this select few that have everything, and there's so many people that are struggling and going without, and the people that are struggling that are going without are the ones that go to work every day that pay taxes to keep these motherfuckers rich. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
I felt that. That came from your stomach.
Yeah,
Yes, let's keep the hate
like,
rolling. Man, I
I
got a
hate that shit,
long.
and I hate the fact that if I become a Robin Hood, then I'm a fucking criminal, and they lock me away the rest of my life. When this fucking these oligarch motherfuckers been stealing from me my whole life, or been stealing from people their whole lives. Like, what the fuck? Now all of a sudden we're gonna be thrown away for the rest. I hate the fact that I don't have access to these motherfuckers' accounts to take from their motherfucking ass and give to motherfuckers that are less fortunate. I hate the fact that when I feel stressed and I want to light up a spliff, I can't because I got this corporate fucking ladder I'm trying to climb, and I want to keep my job.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate that I can't get my dick sucked for 6 days.
Because you got to
You
be
know,
gone from work. I mean,
because I
gone
gotta
from
be
home.
gone from the house. Yeah, I hate that I can't lay up against my wife for 6 days. Let my dick jump hard and fuck the shit out of her. Wake her up through from her
Any
dead
day,
dead ass to
anytime,
sleep.
or whatever. Yes.
Yeah,
Dude,
wake her up from a dead ass sleep. You know what I'm saying? No foreplay, no nothing. Just go straight in and fuck the shit out of her and
You
put her
married, you
back to
have a
sleep.
wife, and it's like you're being denied this. That's
Yeah,
crazy, bro. Yeah, man. I got a long ass list of shit I hate. I hate the way people act, man. I really hate the way people act in traffic. The way people act with people that they seem are strangers. You know what I'm saying? How generally just mean people are to others that they don't know for no fucking reason at all. Like just because I don't know you, like you know what's crazy about it? Because you don't know who's in those cars. Like it's a mom or some kids or whatever the hell. Like, and you don't even care, bro. Like you just mean to those other cars. I hate the way people are in traffic. I hate the way people just behave. I hate people's behavior these days. It's like just mean for no reason. Like you don't even know this person and you just mean to them.
Yeah,
Like it don't even have to be no racist. Like I hate racism and I hate prejudice, but it
bro.
don't even have to be that.
I think you should hate the system, bro, more than the people.
Yeah,
Maybe you just hate the programming more than the people.
yeah, maybe that's
yeah,
better.
yeah.
You know?
I don't do mean shit or hateful shit towards people. Like if somebody's going slow, I don't sit there and trail behind them and flash my high beams and blow my horn. I just go around them and speed the fuck off. But I don't do that. But yeah, I get what you're saying about
Not
being mean. Like because you just never know, bro. A lot of people are very intent. They're very tensed up. They're very nervous when
maybe
they
they're going
drive.
through something. Maybe their
Yeah,
parent or a loved one just passed away. You know, maybe some really dramatic
Yeah.
thing just happened in their life, and like they're driving too slow or something, and you're all like, "Get the hell out the way!" and all of this, and cursing at them and shit. And like
yeah. Nah,
they
I don't
they
do
over
that
there
shit.
going through something, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's the thing. You don't ever know. You don't know. So people want to walk around and act like they know everything. They look at a situation and they think they know. They don't fucking know, and then they make their judgments. And then it always lands on an excuse to be mean. They just looking for an excuse to be mean to people.
Yeah.
I mean, I could say that in my youth, I'm guilty of all things charged, bro. Like,
You know what else
I'm,
I
I'm
hate,
even
bro?
guilty of that.
I hate when a motherfucker say that they love you or they care about you, but they gotta ask you what's wrong. Like, because I'm this type of person, bro. Like, if I'm connected to you, and I truly love you and I rock with you, I pay attention to every aspect of you. So when there's an issue, a lot of times, I'm like, hey man, something on your mind, what's going on? Talk to me. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like people don't pay enough attention to one another, especially people that are in your circle. You know, like I'm just that type of person. You know, if one of my kids are frowned up, I'm like, you know, what's on your mind? Talk to me. What happened? You know what I'm saying? Same way with my wife. I think that we don't pay attention enough. You know,
Bro, I'm
I
getting
hate that people throw
uncomfortable.
that
I'm
throw
getting
that throw that
uncomfortable
word
talking about
around.
hate.
Okay, let's move
Yeah.
on. Let's talk about some real examples of something that like really like brings you like a euphoria, like really makes you happy, something you really love.
I love seeing people bob their head to music or smile, like smile bob their head. It's like something triggers me inside. That's just like the motion. I just love that.
Yeah, and I think I know what you mean too, and also it's kind of like I really I love the head nod that people do, like when you do like eye contact with another human, and y'all just kind of like nod to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I acknowledge your existence. I acknowledge your presence. You know what I'm saying?
just like a
I
salute.
Yeah, it's like a salute. I respect you. I respect your humanity
I love that
because
too.
yeah,
I love
because people.
I love how we're able to grow, bro. Like we really do. We're going through all this bullshit, but look at we're coming out clean. Like the new you today is so much better than yesterday. You know.
Yeah, that's one thing I love is the opportunities that I have. the time that I have been given. I love that the fact that I'm in the universe and I'm on this like perfect little Garden of Eden bubble that's floating through space that provides me with everything that I need in abundance. And I have the opportunity to do whatever I wish with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, bro. It's easy to think of the things you hate
Shit,
because
I
So,
love.
we're programmed that way.
right. So, but I wanted to do this as an exercise. So that's what I was thinking about before the show. And it's always the yin and the yang. You always got to find balance. But we talked about hate for a long time, so we need to talk about love some more. Deuce, what do you love?
Shit, I love life. I love life. I love being able to. I love life. I love the ability to be able to connect. I love to see other people happy, man. You know, I love to see other people happy, feeling like things are good for them. They're doing good. They're happy. Their life is good. Shit, man.
Yeah, that's one of mine. I love to give people experiences, memories. I love
Uh,
to give people memories.
yeah, I love intimacy. I love, I love to be loved. I love to love. I love to connect on you. You know what I love the most, bro? The ability that I have to mentally stroke a woman through conversation.
I know exactly what you mean.
Like to me, to have that ability and that talent, to be able to do that is just sometimes that's better than getting a nut, bro.
Yeah. Well, I always say sex starts before you ever touch them. And so like, and then mental, it's all about the mental mind anyways. You make this mental connection, and then the thing is, when you're connected to someone, if y'all have a strong connection, then the distance, that connection is still kind of there even when y'all are apart. So and so, like, that's it. Like, it's like electricity, it's like a magnet. And then you can, like, what is it, like, create heat.
Yeah,
Can heat them up.
yeah. Man, I saw this deal come across my timeline on Instagram earlier today, and it was basically saying it said five ways to know that you existed before, that your soul has died and came back. I guess you can say reincarnated, if you will. And it says number one was that you have strong intuition. um,
Yeah.
Number two is you have strong deja vu, where you can see somebody and like, dude, I've seen them before, I know this person. um, and I forget the other three, so that didn't really. But it was on a lot of stuff that pop up on your Instagram timeline pops up on mine. That's weird. I don't know how. Maybe because we're friends, so you may come across it. But I seen that on there. Like you have, and but the five keys that it said, and it could have been total bullshit, but I like to think that it may be some truth to that, because I do have strong intuition. Oh, it said overthinking. You're an overthinker, and that's definitely me. Like, I have strong intuition. I have deja vu a lot. I am an overthinker. You can't really get one over on me, because I've already normally, if you're gonna fuck me over, I've already thought about you fucking me over, how it's gonna happen, and usually the way that I thought about it is how it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
I just have these intuitions about, like, when I meet somebody, and it's so crazy, bro. Like, every time I try to tell my wife about certain individuals or certain people or certain things around, and she always kind of blows me off. And then when it happens, she's like, I don't know what the fuck it is about you, but you always fucking call it. You always fucking know. And I'm like, because I have that intuition, bro. Like I know,
Could be
I
straight up
know.
psychic.
Yeah, like
Like
I don't know
people out there are
huh?
psychic, bro.
Cause it's like I know, like I can feel it. I don't know. I've just always had like this. And you know, it's the crazy part about it. When I have a dream about something happening, and then that shit plays out in reality, that's the scary fucking part.
And then you have to ask yourself, did you even create that? Did you make that happen?
Yeah, I have, bro. Like it's scary because I have such of. It used to scare me, like how strong my intuition was, how much I overthink, how I could tell things were happening or gonna happen. Like it used to scare the hell out of me. I think now I've learned to embrace it and just like, hey man, this is me. This is who I am. And I think I remember like the old heads who I've talked to about it, and they were just like, man, you're a chosen one. There's not many out here that God puts on this earth, but that's why you go through the things that you go through.
Right. That's just like
You
what I
know,
was saying about making you a diamond. And then
yeah, because
and let me ask you this. So if you could read people's minds, do you think that it would help you, deal with them? And also, how would people react to the knowledge that knowing that you could read their mind?
I think they would be surprised because have you ever been sitting across from somebody and you just sitting there and then you say something and then they're like, "Oh my God, I was just thinking that." I think it would freak people the fuck out, bro. People, especially people that don't know themselves. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
people.
saying?
Bro, the more you feed that energy, the more you're gonna be psychic.
Yeah. Well, well, let me tell you, people not gonna like it. If you could read their mind and they know it for real, they don't like it. They're not gonna like it
I
at all.
wouldn't like it. That's invasion of privacy.
They don't. They don't
You
like
know,
it.
your
They don't
thoughts
like
are
it.
the only thing you got. Private no
Who was
Uh,
more.
that? Who was that made that movie? Was it Mel Gibson that made the movie back in the early '90s,
Yep. Where you
where
can
he
read
could hear
everyone's
what
mind.
people were thinking? Yeah, hear what they were thinking. Like, and I remember watching that movie saying, "I wish I had that fucking ability." You know what I'm saying? Because I be wanting to know, like, when I'm walking somewhere, I'm dressed up, smelling good, looking good, and is she thinking? Does she be thinking to herself like she want to fuck Dick Big? What's she thinking about?
but look, let me tell you this: knowing what people think is not gonna make it any easier to deal with them because people are chaotic mental.
Nah, it's
So
changed so much.
that's what I'm.
People
Yeah.
minds are all over the place, dude. Like
That's what
especially
I'm
if you got
saying.
somebody
So even if you in your mind knew what they were gonna say or knew what they were gonna do, they might just do the
that's
opposite
always
just
thinking that's
because. Like, and that's just how it works. So if even being able to read their mind, it doesn't help you predict their behavior all the time.
If you
Because
could read my mind, you would probably think I'm the devil,
if I
but
had
because of all the bad shit that comes into my head, like I feel like I'm being attacked with like fears and shit. But then I persevere and I just say no, 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 go away, that kind of shit. But if you read my mind, some of the thoughts I have are wicked, bro. Like,
well, we all have thoughts like that, and some of them aren't your own, and that's what you have to understand. That they come and go. It's a flow. Some of those thoughts aren't didn't come from you at all. They just flowed through you from somewhere else. And what you do is you have to not hold on to them because that's what we do. We hold on to them. No, you just let it flow through you and let it flow right out.
that's real
Uh,
shit.
nah, me personally, bro. If I If I knew I had that ability to read people's mind, or know what they're thinking before they say it, or know what they're thinking while they're sitting there, I would not let them know that I knew. You know,
That's
I
what I'm
feel like
saying.
I'm trapped in a matrix and like they're collecting data on my thoughts
Yeah, you
some
couldn't let them
days.
know that you know, because if they knew that you knew what they was thinking, you're gonna have problems. So yeah, you would hide it. Wait, I want to wrap it, but I want to talk a little bit about love before we wrap it. So say some more stuff that y'all genuinely love. That's what I want to hear before we wrap it. Because
I
we
love
talked about
laughter.
hate for a long time.
I love laughter. I love feeling good, man. Like, maybe a fresh pair of clothes or something. Just the feel good
Yeah,
vibes.
yeah. Taking a shower, a long hot shower, putting on some
yeah,
fresh clean clothes. Hell
yeah,
yeah.
I like
It's
helping
a.
others.
I love really great socks, like socks that feel really good and that high quality socks.
yeah. That's like I love sheets, bro. I love thick sheets, thick sheets. I love really thick sheets, good feeling sheets. I love, man. Most importantly, dude, I love being a father.
Yeah,
Because I never thought I would be. I didn't think I had the ability, but being a father and just being able to put a smile on my kid's face brings so much joy. You know,
yeah.
I love, I
I
love
love
being a
being
husband.
I love being a provider. That's what I have to say with that, because that's how I feel. I really do love being a provider, being able to give others, including my children, what they need and want.
Yeah,
That's something I'm struggling with because everybody in my family, all my siblings, all five of them, they all have kids and a family. And like, I'm out here, I don't have kids or a family, dude. It sucks.
I love being able to do this. I love to be able to share my thoughts with people around the world and my friends and family that come on here and talk to me. And I love that I'm able to attract you guys to this, to be able to give your thoughts and interact with y'all this way and see y'all and hear about your lives, because that's another thing I wanted to do with this is make us more connected. That's what you do when you create a community, is by having more connections. And the way the system is, it wants to separate us all. So knowing about each other, like little intricacies about each other, is how you become, you strengthen those connections. So that's why I think that even personal things are relevant. You know what I'm saying? In the corporate world, they want to leave all of that shit out. Leave all your home life at home. But if you ever been a manager of anything, you know that home stuff affects the job. So that's not a proper way to even go at things. You should go at it head on and ask them questions about and regularly. And this will build more connections. You know, not that old how's the kids or whatever shit. You know what I'm saying? That's might as well ask how's the weather. I hate it that, and I just be like, they're the same, they're good, kids are good. That's not really like you really want to know what the hell's going on. You know what I'm saying? You ask more specific questions, but what I mean is just being on here to be able to share your personal things helps people be able to see the whole picture of you or whatever. You get what I'm saying? And I love being able to do that and be that and give a space for that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, man. I love the fact that I could see the history that I went through and that you went through, Deuce, and that we have been able to persevere. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And not only persevere but thrive enough to be able to provide for others and kind of try to help and guide them on their way
Yeah.
in a better future than, better situations than we went through,
Yeah.
instead of keeping the cycle, because that's us trying to break the cycle. Oh, well, that's us breaking the cycle in a lot of ways. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
As
Definitely.
much as I hate the system, I love that I was born in America, bro. Because a lot of other systems are even more corrupt.
Well, I'll say I love America. That's what I'll say. I don't know about that, because the thing is, where somebody came out of their womb shouldn't matter. But I love America. I'll say that.
I love freedom. I mean, I wish like it was, more freedom, like because like a lot of freedoms are held back financially. If you don't have financial freedom, you don't really have much freedom. But I love freedom, freedom of speech and everything else. That sucks. Some people don't even have freedom of speech, bro.
I love nature. I love the earth and the animals and the insects and the dirt and the trees and the air and the wind and the water. I love the stars in the sky, the sun and the moon.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
I
more
love
we
all
talk
that
about
thing
love,
too, bro. I
the more I
love
just want to
listening
say I
to the
love
birds.
the
I love
birds.
you guys. I love you,
I love,
Deuce. I love you, Brendan.
I love you,
Uh,
bro.
I love the people that's listening, bruh.
I love hearing the bird. I love hearing the birds chirping.
Yeah.
That's a to me that's a sign of life. It's a sign of you know great things. I love watching the birds fly. I think about how free they look up there. Even though we sit down here as humans and think that their life is very free because they have the ability to go everywhere, go where they please or whatever, which have you. But they still have their own challenges as birds because there's other birds, bigger birds, they're prey to a lot
Mm-hmm.
of things out here, you know. But I do love the fact that they, on a nice, beautiful, sunny day, breezy day, bro, they able to flap their wings and soar to heights
I
that,
love to watch the birds. I love to watch the. I'm an animal and people watcher and an insect watcher. I'll watch the ants for hours. So that's the thing about me that will get me, in trouble, because I get distracted. I can't focus sometimes. I always have to remind myself to focus. Like, what am I supposed to be doing? Because I fuck around and that shit'll happen while I'm in traffic, bro. While I'm driving, I might see a bird flying by, and bro, I'm telling you, about to have a wreck.
yeah, yeah, man. I mean, I love life, bro. Life is precious. Just the things and life. Everybody's going through a lot. People are going through a lot, but I love the awakening of people. I think these times, I love the fact that these times are awakening people up, and you know, you see more people getting out and being around amongst each other, even though you got straight evil shit going on, people dying every day. But I see a lot of people that are becoming more close, spending more time with their families and doing more family gatherings and things of that nature. You know, shit. I love being at home and not at work and get to go to my son's baseball game. You know,
Hell yeah.
be his cheerleader. You know what I'm saying? Cheer him on when he's doing good. Got to watch him last night, man. Tell you what, boys is damn good pitching. Oh my God. Can't tell you how many kids he walked from the batter's box. Walked them back to the bat to the to the cages
Go
because
sit
he
back
striked them.
down. Go
Yeah, because
sit
he
back
struck
down.
them out. Yeah,
Go sit back down.
just just to see that talent, bro. I love the fact that I'm able to see that because we didn't have those opportunities growing up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Nobody
and
was
I
coming to watch us play shit.
and I love to hear you talking about that, you know?
Yeah, they wasn't coming to watch us play shit. And bet not have somebody call the house from the school or anything. Nigga, they thought you was in trouble. She was already on edge, ready to whoop your ass.
You know. And let me say this. I love the day that I lived today. And I loved the day that I lived yesterday. But I'm not even kidding. I'm not even joking. I'm not even exaggerating. Because I had some great days this week. And so like I was talking about the other day, I was talking about Groundhog Day and a day that you could live over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and you'd be okay with it. So Deuce, I'm sure you had this weekend some days that you wouldn't mind living over and over again, right?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
get what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. Nah, there's definitely some days. Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. Now that I look at my kids, bro, and realize because of how much I have worked and how much I have missed, bro, like I truly wish that I could relive their birth over and over, bro. Relive their moments of growing up. You know, live those days. Just go through that series of reliving those days over and over again. You know, and then I think about my wife and I wish that I could relive those days that, you know, when me and her first got together. You know, how it was just us. You know, vibing, together, us in our own little world, going out, having fun, just chilling with each other before, the reality of life hit, married, two kids, you know, but, but that's why we do what we do now. That's why we go out. That's why we make it a point to have date nights. That's why if we don't have a date night, we make it a point to cook dinner, have the kids fed, and then we go run, to one of the little restaurants slash bars around, by the house and go have a drink, decompress, talk, catch up with each other, you know. So, but yeah, yeah, you're right. I got a lot of days that I wish I could relive again, bro.
And but that's good though, because each day you think of that you could relive again over and over and that you'll be okay with it, that means you lived a full day that day. You lived a good day. And that's living a good life because you, the macro and the micro, your day is your life.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Oh
you
yeah,
try
bro.
to have more of those days that you wouldn't mind living over and over and again, and less of the ones that you wouldn't choose that way.
Yeah, yeah,
So hopefully you get to the point where every day you live is a day that you wouldn't mind living over and over again.
yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah, man. I would hate to have to live some of the days I've lived. Just where my mind was at. Because my
Yeah.
mind, dude, it really went down a fucking hole. I almost lost it.
Bro, you know what would be so cool? And I'm sure none of us remember the day that we were born. But wouldn't that be cool if that could be a memory of yours?
Yeah, I wish I could remember a lot of that stuff. Like when you're before you're 2 years old, like 1 year old stuff.
Yeah. Like,
Stuff. I wish I could remember some of the stuff my grandma told me. I was older then. Like wish I could remember some of the conversations I had with her.
and the reason I say, wouldn't it, like, if you could remember those days, remember when you were, you know, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, and just think about yourself then as a kid and how happy you were and how you didn't have a worry in the world. Because I think if you could relive those days, especially if you had a pretty decent childhood or somewhat okay, childhood, but and there's some memories in there you could relive those days. I think we would have a lot less people that struggle with deep depression and or self-hate. You know what I'm saying?
Because you have to
Because you,
pat yourself on the back for how far you've come, and how much you've grown and
yeah.
what you've gone through, and that you're still here,
But also,
that you made it.
the reason why I say that is because I think that us as human beings, as we become adults, we forget that we don't allow that inner child to surface. We kind of shut that inner child up, and that's what causes us to become depressed because we lose touch of us, of ourself, because we're trying to meet demands, you know. But if you let that inner child come out, then you think about, damn, bro, I remember playing and doing this, and you find yourself like just like being free, laughing, giggling. You let that goofy side out. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why a lot of people, I think I even went through that shit, bro. And it wasn't until, me going through counseling and therapy and then talking to my sister and, me and her having a conversation and and just, and she helped me to realize this shit like, bro, like you don't let that inner child out, you know you're depressed because you're running. She was like, she explained it to me like this. She was like, you remember when you was a child, when you were a kid and you were scared, and you would let people know like, I don't like that, I'm scared. But now you're an adult, you're a man, and it's like, I can't tell nobody I'm fucking scared. They're gonna look at me like, man, what the fuck wrong with you? She was like, you got to get back to that point where you just don't care. You don't give a fuck. You don't have a worry in the world. Just let your hair down and be you,
And if
and
you
not
and if
be
you
and not be
scared,
this person.
you can say I'm fuck shit. This shit just scared the shit out of me. Shit, you just scared. That
Yeah,
shit is scary. I'm scared of that. That thing just scared me. It-
yeah.
we was
I
talking about
definitely needed to hear
spiders.
this.
We was talking about spiders at work earlier, and this dude got bit by a black widow. And
Damn,
so and the dude was talking about how scared he is of spiders.
bro. I'm terrified of spiders. I do not like spiders, bro. I do not like spiders. I do not like the way they move, all them fucking legs, like, and then you got some spiders that have like 1,000 eyes on their fucking face. It's like, what the fuck? That shit
Yeah,
is
bro.
scary.
Bugs in general give me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah,
Wait. I
bro.
want to. I want to get back to the love, and let me talk to the audience. Everybody who's ever listening, make a list of things you love and say it out loud. Like, say a list of things you love out loud.
Hell
So
yeah.
Yeah, bro.
that's
But
that's a
we
good
have to tap.
exercise.
But we have
So
to tap
that's
into
a
that inner child, bro. We do.
yeah.
Everybody has to. You got to think about that inner child. You got to go back to your most happy moments where you were worry free, you were carefree. And I think that's what it is. I hear people say, man, I hate myself. I feel depression. I hate myself. It's because you're not being yourself. You don't hate
Right.
yourself. You hate who you have become by
Right.
trying to fucking
Right.
meet demands of life
Right.
and providing.
And then being so worried about what other people think, because
Yeah.
I, not being worried, not being worried. Now, what people think does affect your life, so it matters. But not being worried, not letting it worry you is really important. And that goes back to
Mhm.
what you said with the therapist, because like being able to say that I'm scared, and society telling you that you can't say that. So but being a child and being like real about your feelings, and that's another thing that we don't do as an adults. That's why I like kids. I love children because they are honest. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, like until they start getting older and so more corrupted by society. But children are gonna tell you what straight up, and then you having a good communication because you know where they at on things. they don't like or what they do like and what bothers them or whatever. And suddenly as we become an adult, for some reason, we're uncomfortable telling people what we don't like or what bothers us and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dog, I
We
swear kids be the smartest. They like be blessed in a different way.
hmm
They're smart.
Yeah, yeah, because you remember as a kid, bro, you didn't care that you ate a popsicle and you got that shit all over your white t-shirt. As an adult, you like, fuck, I got like that's just like me when me and my wife go out and I'm wearing a white shirt. Like literally, bro, I'll buy an extra white shirt just in case I stain that motherfucker because I'm worried about looking like a grown ass man with a big ass ketchup stain on my white shirt. But
I
as a
feel you.
kid, you didn't give a fuck, bro. You
Right.
run out the house, your shoes untied, shirt dirty. Yeah, you wake up, got crust around your mouth because you ain't wash your face good. Like, you didn't give a fuck. Like, what the fuck, nigga? We going to play. It's time to go play. You know what I'm saying? It was just different, bro. And I think that we have to do that. We have to get to that inner being, you know? We have to, bro. We have to let that little kid come out. And I think that's what living is truly about. Like, you being able to just laugh, bro. I can't tell you how many times I've went out to a bar like, man, I'm gonna go drink, and then I get around my wife and a couple of friends, and we're laughing and vibing and talking about shit, bringing up old memories, bro. There's been so many times that I've sit there and hadn't even touched I hadn't even took a sip of my drink because I'm just fucking like I'm goofy. I'm being that goofy person, you know, that quirky person, and I'm making other people laugh, and it's just like, oh my god, that's the best fucking high
Yep. That's a
feeling you could ever have, bro.
natural high right there. And that's what children are,
Bro,
right? Like this,
I
it's like
did.
kids be on a natural high all the time. To run up a tree, climb the tree, go climb, jumping fences, just natural high, just like living life, taking risks. I wanted to mention how like the idea of like, you know, somebody has missing a leg or something, right? And they walk up, and the little kid is like, "Why is his what happened to his leg?" And the parent is like, "Shh, be quiet, be quiet. That's being rude. That's being mean, or whatever." But the kid is not thinking that way. You know what I'm saying? And it's actually a valid ass question, right? And and
Mhm.
and and I think a person that lost a leg probably wouldn't mind, t- telling you what happened. You know what I'm saying? Because or even making up a story that's cute and just entertaining because what happened to his leg don't really matter, but the fact that he's missing part of his leg is a reality. And then you know what I'm saying, so the kid is like, well, everybody else has two legs walking around, this guy has a piece of his leg missing, what happened to his leg? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong? There's nothing wrong with that. And I think that that's how we have to be, like, as adults too. We got to find that child in us to be able to you know be free, because the thing is, like, what is it, like, the little kid ain't worried about being offensive, like, and they tell you something like you're in their face and then your breath smells bad and it's bothering them. The little kid is like, you're in my face and your breath smells and it's bothering me. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? it,
But it's
it,
like that video. Oh man, you brought that shit up. I see so many videos, bro. Like the one video, the little girl was getting her hair combed by her grandma. She talking about, "Ooh, grandma, it smell like fish down here."
it's
Damn,
another
grandma.
it's another clip going around where this lady has started a business selling some kind of candy or whatever, and they gave it to some kids, and on live on camera they asked them, how is it? They was like, it's nasty. And she spit it out, and this was a
Oh,
live show. And it's like, the kid is not like, hey, I'm not getting no endorsement deal, bro.
yeah,
They asked me how it tastes. It's nasty, bro. The lady who started the business is standing right there next to the kid with like a big banner and shit.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So,
They
but that's
just
what it
don't
is,
care,
though.
bro. They're
If
honest.
if somebody's in your face and their breath stinks and it bothers you, I don't think it's inappropriate to share that information. So you're just
Yeah.
gonna sit there and suffer as an adult. You're supposed to just like not be rude and don't say nothing that this
Just to
person's
say it
breath
in
is
like a kind way. Just be like, look, I'm looking out for you. You know, you got bad breath at the moment. You know,
like
maybe, you know what I mean? Just
I
let
got
them
some
know.
gum. Do you have some gum or some Tic Tacs or something? Because but that's what's crazy though, because if the person is really close friend of yours, you know what I'm saying, usually you can say something. But if they're not, usually you can't. But if they're a significant other, then here comes another complex situation because maybe it becomes even more difficult, even though you care about this person and y'all are really close. But sometimes it might be hard to tell them something about their hygiene or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Bro, I'll tell you what I do. If I'm talking to somebody and they breath stink, like I'll whip out my gum. Like my I chew the Wrigley's Double Mint. Like I'll rip out a piece of gum and put it in and start chewing it, and I'll be hoping and praying. They be like, "Hey, let me get a piece of that."
You so see there you go with that psychic ass energy. You doing the damn Jedi mind tricks on the ass. You didn't offer the gum to them. You making them. That's like Inception, that movie Inception. You know, planting the seed of the thought and making them think that it's their own idea, and they're like, "Shit, maybe I do want a piece of gum. Let me
Yeah.
get a piece of gum."
Y'all are making me want to brush my teeth in the moment.
News networks are not even getting clicks like that. So this shows like there's an opportunity for this, what we're doing here on this show.
Yeah, man.
That's hot shit right there, man.
So what we gonna do?
We want you to be an activist, and don't take our word for it. Look that shit up. Pulley.